A couple of events that happened last week that we'd like to review. Last Friday was the eagerly anticipated number 1 versus number 2 boys basketball battle between Hopkins and Henry Sibley in a sold-out gym at Sibley where reportedly 500 people who wanted to see the game couldn't because there wasn't room for them. Hopkins won the game, had the lead, had control most of the way. What, if anything, did we learn about either of those teams from this game?
I think number one, if you're trying to beat Hopkins, you have to make free throws and not commit turnovers, because every turnover you're going to have is going to result in a fast break, dunk, or layup. And those are two factors that entered into Sibley's 11-point loss. Tom Dasovich, the Henry Sibley coach, said that Hopkins, without a doubt, is the best team in the state. Now they'll know what they have to improve on and how to take care of that ball if they do get a chance, which they might. If they're both 1-2 seeds in the state tournament, they could end up playing each other in the state finals. But I don't know. That Hopkins team just wears you down. They treated a sellout crowd to a great game. They quit selling tickets 45 minutes before. I wish they had it at a bigger venue so they could have had 5, 6, 7, 8,000 people and stuff. But John, I don't know. I was wrong on my prediction last week. I said I believe Henry Sibley win in double overtime, but really Hopkins just really put the floor to the pedal to the metal and took care of the Warriors.
It was simply a case of too much talent, Greg. And, you know, you look at the Hopkins lineup, 4 starters have already signed Division I letters of intent. You've got probably the top 10 players in that lineup capable of going to the Division I level and playing. Certainly some great underclassmen, Marvin Singleton, the sophomore, Joe Coleman, the sophomore, Siani Chambers, the freshman. I mean, you've got some great rising talent in that program, too, not to mention the all-senior starting 5 that's just been dominating everybody. By the way, that Hopkins team is going to be going out to play in New York City, bright lights of the big city. February 13th, they'll be taking on Thomas Jefferson High from Brooklyn, and hopefully Kenny Novak and his team will be able to get some competition out there.
John, you had an opportunity to talk to Kenny Novak Jr. a little earlier this week. I got the impression he's still maybe a little grumpy about the way his kids are playing. I mean, he's had teams with a lot of talented players before, and he likes to keep the expectations high as far as their quality of play. What do you have to say about the way his guys are playing right now?
Well, Mike, that's Kenny Novak has very high standards, first of all. He not only demands perfection, he expects perfection. And that's what he communicated to me, is that he thought that the Royals may be getting a little sloppy with the ball, a little bit careless at times. But it's only natural. I mean, they're beating Minnetonka by 44 points or whatever it was last week. You do tend to coast in a game like that, and Minnetonka has a fine program year after year, but that's how good Hopkins is this year.